Oh, hey, you guys. It's me, Sean. I'm here, hanging out, listening to a little music. I'm afraid Iam's not going to be here with us for this episode podcast. For this episode of the podcast, I should say. He's very busy right now. He's got a lot going on. And as much as he would love to be here, he couldn't make it this week. So that's okay. We're just going to have some music on. It's going to be a little bit of a different vibe. I'm just going to let the music play. I'm going to talk a little bit here and there about some stuff that I'm excited about. Ben is going to be crying in the background. You may or may not hear him. Depends on how excited he gets about crying, I suppose. So anyway, I don't think this is going to be a very long episode. And if listening to me wax poetic about nonsense over a copyright-free, chill, lo-fi hip-hop mix is not your thing, you know what? I'm not going to hold it against you if you want to just go ahead and skip this episode. And we'll be back next week with your regularly scheduled programming. Anyway, let's see. What am I excited about right now? Let me give it a little bit of thought. What is there? I know. A couple days ago, it was about, must have been about 3 a.m, almost. I was on the computer. I was on Discord talking to my buddies. And I just decided willy-nilly in the moment I was going to order some shorts online. Do a little online shopping. Retail therapy, you know. So, I went to chubbies.com. And that's CHUBBIES.com. Not a sponsor. But just in case you wanted to go check it out. And I went on their website and I ordered some shorts from them. I got a pair of khaki shorts. They're called the Khakinators. Or Khakinators. I don't know how you pronounce it, really. So I ordered those, and that's cool. And I got another pair of shorts from them as well. I don't remember the name of the color, but it's basically dark gray. And that's exciting. I only ordered 2 pairs because I don't know if you guys have ever looked into Chubbies, but they're very expensive. But the cool thing is, I got kind of a little discount for ordering more than 1 pair. And then I'm a big fan of Honey. I used Honey and found a discount code, so I ended up saving quite a bit of money. Actually, I saved about $20 off each pair of shorts. And when you think about it, guys, when you really get down to it, saving $20 on a 60 pair of saving $20 on a $60 pair of shorts, that's a pretty... It sounds like a good deal, and it is a good deal. But you're still paying $40 for a pair of shorts. So you got to really think about that and decide for yourself if that's something that you want to do. But I decided to do it because, I don't really have any super cool shorts. So I ordered some. Anyway, this new song that just came on is pretty cool. There's birds in it. Ooh, this is a vibe. Ben's still over there pawing at the door. Kind of wish you could see. There's no video for the podcast this week, as you may have noticed by now, because I'm just in my kitchen recording by myself at 1:30 in the morning. Felt, I don't know, just was like, why am I going to bother setting up the camera? Felt like much more work. Honestly, setting up the camera and doing the video part of the podcast is arguably it's not the most work intensive part of it, but it's just so much extra work for what? I'm sure maybe someday, if/when we have millions of listeners and everybody wants to, go back and listen to all the old episodes, it'll be cool that there's videos on YouTube so that you can see us talking to each other for the most part. But, what does it hurt every now and then if you just don't have a video part for the podcast? So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. But it's actually really nice and vibey in here. I got the lights set to a very moody light level, I would say. Anyway, what's another thing I'm excited about? Let's think about it. Guys, what if there's nothing else I'm excited about and I'm only excited about shorts? That can't be true. No. Let's think about it. Let's really get down to it. Oh, you know what else I'm excited about today, guys? And I'm going to really be real about it. I woke up today. Oh, I feel like about noon. I think I woke up about noon today. And you want to know what I did? I'm going to tell y'all what I did. And I want you to understand, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not bragging. I'm really not. I don't really even think this is worth bragging about anyway, but just in case it comes off that way, that's not what it is. I woke up today, and y'all, I just started cleaning. I cleaned up my room a little bit. I walked out in the living room and I said, you know what, I'm going to clean this whole ass living room. And I did it. I cleaned the living room. Walked into the kitchen. I said, you know what, I'm going to clean this kitchen too. And I cleaned the kitchen, you know. I cleaned the kitchen. Cleaned the living room. Cleaned my room. Went to go vacuum. The vacuum is broken. Tragic turn of events, but I think I can fix it. So that's another thing. Side note, I'm kind of excited to try to fix the vacuum. And hopefully that works out. And if it doesn't work out, you know what? That's okay. We'll just get another vacuum. One thing about us that not many people know is we are outrageously wealthy. So it really, you know, I'm not going to freak out about having to buy another vacuum. I'm going to call Tim Cook and see what vacuum he uses, and we'll probably get one of those. So anyway, I wasn't able to vacuum the entire house, so I have one of those vacuums that, it's like a modular, you know, handheld one. It's like, you know, the fancy Dyson ones that you can like take off the roller head on it and put on like a little tube to do some spot vacuuming. So that's what I did. The vacuum itself just still works. It still works. It's just the little roller that is no longer functioning. So I just did away with that and vacuumed up the little spots where I saw it needed to be vacuumed around here. And I'm sure that we'll get a new vacuum soon enough and I'll be able to give the place a good, thorough vacuuming. So yeah, did a good little bit of cleaning today. Folded some laundry that I've been, you know, putting off folding. It's been sitting in a basket in my room for, oh gosh, a week now. Clean, just wrinkled from not being folded. So I had to put it through the dryer again. A little touch up, you know, a little 20-minute touch up cycle to get all the wrinkles out, because I'm sure you guys know this by now, but I'm not about to iron some clothes. Because who has the time, really, when you're that busy cleaning? Cleaned out the litter box. It's not glorious, not fun to talk about, but it has to be done. You know, so did that. Actually cleaned even my bathtub today, y'all. Got in there with the Comet. Scrubbed my bathtub today. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did all that cleaning. I felt really good. I felt really good. But I was sweaty. I was a sweaty boy. So I went ahead and I did what any reasonable man would do after he's been cleaning all day and he's sweaty. And he has to get to work in an hour. I took a quick shower. And even that was really nice. I took a quick shower. Finished the shower. Dried off. I went ahead and put my work clothes on, y'all. You know? So that's pretty much the end of my little exciting cleaning day that I had. Shortly after that, I went to work. I had a good day at work. It's just, you know, business as usual for the most part. So no need to drag you through all the boring details. Plus, basically everyone who's listening to this was there with me at work today. So I don't need to tell you guys how it went. You already know. So yeah, that's how it went today. What else am I excited about? I'm excited about this next song that's about to come on. I'll tell you that right now. Boy, we are setting quite the vibe here. Isn't that right, Ben? You guys can't see it, but Ben's laying on the floor right next to me, looking at me very, he's got this look that most cats and certain women tend to be very good at looking at me in this way. It's like a really interesting mix between like being annoyed that I won't stop talking and wanting me to come over and give them attention. Does that sound douchey? Maybe it does. It was just supposed to be a cat joke, and then I threw the woman part in at the last minute, mostly because of them being annoyed at me, but then women don't want me to come give them attention. Maybe they do. Who knows? I'm sure some of them do. Anyway, the point is, what's another thing I'm excited about? I think this weekend there might be some fun activities planned that involve a pool. So we might have a little pool day, I'm and I and a few friends. That'll be fun. Go on a little pool day adventure, load up the ice chest with a few little brewskis. Take a few brewskis to the pool. Oh, Ben just walked over and wants to get in my lap now. Sorry, Ben, you can't do that. I'm recording a podcast. I know you might wonder to yourself, Ben, why can you not be in my lap when I'm recording a podcast? And the answer is because I don't want you to get me hairy while I'm on the podcast. And also, when if you're on my lap for very long, you're gonna make me too warm, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt, so I don't want to get that warm, and I don't want your hair all over my sweatshirt. So you have to stay down there on the ground where you belong, little buddy. But the good news is I still love you. So anyway, guys, I'm excited about going to the pool. It's gonna be pretty dope, I'd say. It's yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So we're gonna go to the pool eventually. Pretty excited about, I don't know, I have this feeling of being excited about work sometimes. I just think about work and I get a little excited. My workplace specifically. Not just like the idea of work. That's not very exciting. Unless it's like a kind of work that you enjoy. But who enjoys work? Grow up. But I kind of enjoy my work. Sometimes there's like a little brief window. Tell me if you've ever experienced this. I don't think you will have experienced it unless you've bartended at the place where I work at. Or bartended in general, maybe. Or even served. Sometimes I have this moment when I'm at work. Bartending, as I do at work, because quote unquote bartending, I'm pouring wine. But I have this moment where, every now and then I'll have this moment where it gets a little busy, a lot of parties come in for dinner at the same time. And I turn around, I'm so there having a good time, hanging out, talking to my friends, whatever. And next thing you know, there's about, I'm going to tell you the truth of it. There's about 4 or 5 tickets, 4 or 5, 6 tickets for drinks, for servers' tables. And each of those tickets could have anywhere between 1, 2, 5, 6 drinks on them. And you got to get those dang darn drinks poured out all lickety-split like, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of fun sometimes when you just have a bunch of tickets laid out in front of you and you're like, all right, I got to get to business. And I think it would be a little more exciting if I was tending actual bar and like making cocktails. I think then getting loaded down with tickets would be a little more interesting, a little more exciting because you're mixing different cocktails at the same time. But even just doing it the way we do it where I work and just pouring a bunch of wine at the same time is pretty interesting. It's been a couple of times that I've tried pouring 2 different bottles of wine into 2 different glasses at the same time. And it has never gone well. So I don't really try it anymore. It doesn't really seem like a wise thing to do. Although I'm sure I could if I had to, but I just never have to. Anyway, I'll tell you something else that's exciting. Not really something I'm excited about, but just like something that's kind of exciting sometimes. My friends recently introduced me to this bar in Montrose, in the Montrose area of Houston. This bar is called Anvil, right? So we check it out. It's pretty cool spot. Really cool spot. It's very like picturesque. I feel like this whole place like looks so cinematic. It's very dimly lit, very sexy in there. The bar is gorgeous. You're just in there, you order drinks. All the bartenders are very, very good at what they do. We know a guy who works there. He's like a friend of a friend type situation. And he started working there not too long ago, and we were talking to him about the whole situation there and how it all works. And he told us that on average it takes people a year to finish their training there. And these aren't people who are starting from scratch. These are people who already know how to bartend. So pretty interesting. And you can definitely tell, all those bartenders there, they know their shit inside and out. You can ask them for anything and they can make it for you. They can invent a new drink for you on the spot, probably. They have a really interesting list of like signature cocktails that they make there. So far, all of the ones that I've had are really good, except for the Fool's Errand. It's not terrible, but it's a little weird. But the Blue Steel is really good, and it comes garnished with an entire slice of pineapple, so that's really nice. But yeah, I like going there and just watching these bartenders at work. Always, I've never seen them make less than 2 drinks at the same time. They are really running and gunning, whipping those drinks out. And they're always delicious and perfectly crafted. It's actually really impressive. I could sit there and watch those guys make drinks all day, and girls. Watch those folks make drinks all day. It's really cool. Cool little vibe in there. Kind of expensive, but what do you expect, Anyway, this is a nice song. Well, what else? Is there anything else to be excited about right now? I'm excited about the next episode of the podcast. When Iam and I are reunited. Feels like it's been so long. Sure, I just saw him, 10 minutes ago. But feels like it's been a lifetime. So I'm pretty excited for that. As some of you may know, I'm a little late getting this episode out this week, which means it won't be a full week until we record again. As a matter of fact, I think we'll be recording in a couple of days. Hopefully we'll have the episode posted shortly after that. This one should be going up, maybe 10 minutes after I finish recording. So that's exciting. I thought today about when I was thinking about how do you record a solo podcast episode. I thought to myself, maybe I'll record an episode and talk about like the behind the scenes of the podcast and like how it all works on a technical level and how I get it all like edited and produced and uploaded for you guys to listen to. Which, by the way, side note, if y'all are listening to this podcast on Spotify, why are you doing that to yourself? Look, however you want to listen, it's your choice, your prerogative. It's all the same to me. Doesn't make any difference to me. But for your own well-being, use a podcast app. Spotify is horrible for podcasts. It's great for music. I don't have a problem with Spotify, but it's so difficult to navigate for podcasts. And there are so many good podcast apps out there. Everyone knows Apple Podcasts, which is an okay podcast app. My podcast app of choice, Overcast. I really thoroughly recommend that you try out Overcast if you are using Spotify or any other app. Give Overcast a try. It's got all the same podcasts. Every app basically has all the same podcasts because they all work off of Apple's directory of podcasts. So yeah, check it out. Or don't, whatever. Do whatever you want. And that just doesn't go only for podcast apps, but for life, really. What are we doing here? If not exactly what we want to do. And that brings me to my next point, which is a quote that I heard some time ago. I don't remember who I heard it from or in what context. But it's true. And I'm going to say it and you're going to go, oh, that's not true. But if you think about it for a little bit, I think you'll realize that it is true. And that quote is, at any given moment, you are doing exactly what you want to do the most. Think about it. I won't go into the details on it. Just give it some thought. Give it some thought. Man, this is a nice song too. I really hope you guys can hear the music. How horrible is this episode going to be if you guys can't hear the music very well? That would suck. But I don't want to turn it up and risk it being too loud and then you guys can't hear me. Anyway. Oh, tell you something else I'm excited about. I've been playing a new video game lately called Nier Automata, or Nier Automata. Depends on how you pronounce that word that I don't think is really a real word anyway. It's a really, really cool game. Single player, narrative driven. I don't want to get into too much what the story is because I don't want to spoil anything. So I'll tell you the very, very basics. In this video game, you play as an android that humanity has sent to reclaim Earth from these robots and aliens that have taken over the Earth. That's really all I want to say about it. I don't want to spoil anything. But it's really, really good. It's a Japanese RPG. The way the storytelling reminds me a lot of Metal Gear Solid. So if you're a fan of that series, sign yourself up for this game. You can get it for $40 right now on Steam, or a good friend of mine, Vincent, brought it to my attention that you can get it on, I think the website was cdkeys.com for $14. So kind of kicking myself about that. Anyway. I am also, well, you know what? I think I'll save that for next episode. Which means that this is the end of this episode. Thanks for listening, guys. If you stuck around for this one, it means you might really be a real true friend of mine. I really appreciate that. And if you did not stick around, that's okay. I completely understand. Anyway, thanks again for listening, you guys. And I guess I'll catch you next week, or in a few days, or whenever the hell you listen to the podcast again. All right, thanks. Bye.